I am just so grateful for life. It's interesting because this is all in my mind. We're thinking it's outside of us, but we're truly in the mind of God. And I'm just grateful for this understanding and knowing, and I'm just experiencing, God's mind. And it's a beautiful thing. I got goosebumps actually just thinking about it and saying that. So my reflection of God's mind puts my cells, my senses through different experiences, right? And it's very interesting because some people say all is written. And I can realize that because and some people say we choose the programming and the things that we have to go through or grow through before we come into this life. And I can realize that too, because it's like I can see myself choosing to put myself through mind fucks. And it's not always a bad thing. It's just only thing that's kind of uneasy about it, which helps to give growth, helps to push us towards growth. Because if it was easy, there wouldn't be no reason to, we wouldn't feel motivated. So only thing that gets me a little uneasy and which ultimately pushed me to growth is that I'm like, oh, do I go this way or that way or that way? And I know that I'm here to just be. I'm here to just know, like, wow, flow with it. Yeah, I feel this way and I feel that way. There's not a key. There's not going to be a full key to every door of life. You just got to live. And I know that's what I'm here to learn. But it's just interesting how I put myself through it with different people, especially like men that have just different perspectives on life that is very mind-blowing and kind of profound to me. I'm like, wow, I didn't ever think of it like that. That's an interesting, beautiful perspective to have on life. So I'm very, very grateful. I'm very grateful for the experiences and the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs. I'm grateful for all of this, and I want to express that. It's interesting because the men that I have aligned myself with, like my senses with, is like to me they're beautiful. To me they're very highly intelligent. A lot of people equate intelligence by what you're accomplishing and stuff, and don't get me wrong, they have missions, purposes, and goals. But it's more so an intellect thing to me. Like, it's like, wow, like the way that you perceive life, your philosophy on life. Because I know that philosophy shapes our lives. How we think of life, what we believe and what we think we know about life, it shapes how we engage in our experiences in life. So I think that it's just a beautiful thing that I even align with such people, And a lot of times people look at it like, oh, now these people is do, but literally the way the light bends in my mind, they take me deep. So I wanted to express that because I just want to let people know, like, it's literally not what you go through, but how you grow through it, how you handle it. Like, life is happening, it is what it is. But how you handle life is how it determines how you're going to vibrate while going through what you're ultimately going to need to go through anyways. It's life. Okay. So I wanted to say that. Don't take it too personal. Don't take it too serious, and learn to flow with life. And so I just want to talk about a little bit of what I'm experiencing right now. It's my mind gives me the perception that I am being torn in different directions and don't know which to choose, right? Knowing I want a husband and knowing I got stuff to do when it comes to my purpose, like I still I have multiple men right now in my life that I can call upon to give me perspective and direction in life, right? And that's what I need. I know I need that. But it's interesting. It's so funny because I know I would put myself, I know me. I know I would put myself through this. But it's interesting because it's like, once I talk to one person, I'm like, dang, I feel you. Like that's dope. Like I want your direction. Like, I got stuff to do, and that you seem like you could be that person. Then it comes to another person, and another guy called me like, but you could do this, this, and that, and this is how you should think. I'm like, oh, that is dope too. Like, oh, let me make a move on that. And then the next day, it's like, this person called me, and it's like, you know what? You deserve this, and this is what you're supposed to be doing. I'm like, what? So I know it all comes down to me. I make the decision on what I'm supposed to be doing. But when it comes to masculine entity or man in my life, I'm like, I'm looking where you at, But each person, each man, I can be like, look, what I like about you, what I think you could change to be truly aligned with me. And that's the thing, I'm always changing too. So, and not in the same way, the same sense. I mean, change when it comes to be a better leader from what I need, And when I'm talking about me changing, is like different perspectives and goals and things like that change. So it's two different expressions of that word change. That's why I swear, like, eventually, and maybe my husband will be able to help with this, but I need to, come into a reasoning or a way to get a different like wording. Different wording, because a lot of these words is like very limited. It's like limited because when I said that change, that's an example. When I said change, I didn't mean them in the same context. I didn't mean them with the same definition, the same vibration of energy, so basically, that's here, there, but I really think I know what I want to build, right? I want to build a nation, a national way of life that people can follow that's in our communities. That's what I want to build, period. And the men that I'm connected to, they all can help with that. But when it comes to choosing someone that can lead our nation, I need help with that. I can't do this by myself. I don't even feel like, my energy is, some of the things I can do all of it, but I look at, what's best for my energy. I don't say, I could be the mother and father. I can be masculine and feminine, but where is my energy best? It might be best to be balanced. It might be best for some people to be more feminine, more masculine, and when it comes to your purpose in life. So I look at how we put our energy in, like time management, basically on our focus. I can't focus on all this and get all that done in this lifetime. So I have to focus on other things. So basically, it's more so going into myself as well, knowing exactly what I want and need, what's best for me. Because like right now my stomach hurt a little bit. And I can look into each person and what they would probably say about that. Like, of course, what I want is a strong, powerful leader that says shit with his chest and says what he means what he says, but also knows how to change when necessary to stay in alignment. That isn't like, okay, this is what it is, and that is not equipped with the strength to be able to change in a moment when it's needed. And what I mean by that, because that can be taken in different ways, what I mean by that is, if you believe in something, you have this is how we're going to run our nation, because I need a nation builder. I need you to help build a nation. So if you like, this is how we're going to this is how we're going to do things in our nation, and then we find out that it needs to be changed or something could be different to vibrate higher, then you're able to change that, and your ego don't come in and be like, no, I know what I'm doing. It's literally like, yeah, let me tap in and see if there's something that could be changed. And I'm like, yes, it could be changed, or it couldn't. I don't want to have my ego be into it like, no, you don't know what you're doing, because I know what I'm doing. I don't want it like that. I want us to work together in a progressive manner. So a big part of me is saying, like, possibly I haven't even met my husband yet, like, I haven't met him yet, but I know from the people that are in my life, I know the qualities that I would like for him to have. I know the qualities that I'm looking for, so basically, I need that within his natural gifts and qualities to definitely be a leader, definitely be someone that's nation building, definitely be somebody that is honorable. But then when it comes to our energy exchange, it has to be progressive. We need to be able to get work done. You have to respect me as I respect you. I want that compassion, not even just compassion, because that is something I feel like the qualities you should have. But when it comes to our energy exchange, that real love, like that real, like, damn, like, I'm really connected to you, that intimacy, that I care about you, like, I really do. Like, it ain't just about the business. Though the business is probably number one, but at the end of the day, I love you, like, I care about you. And I know some people have that in them, like, the love, it's already within you, right? It's in you. So you're gonna have that for everybody. But what I mean by it is that our connection is like a deep connection, a high vibration of love and energy exchange. It's a deeper love. It's an individualistic love, kind of. Yes, you're a loving person. You have love for all people. But our love, I want it to be different. And I'm not saying you can't have that type of love for others, because I am into, family building and stuff like that. But I want that connection. Like, I want a real personal connection, okay? And I can't blame it on the people that I've been with, because of our connections has been impersonal. I have been a little impersonal as well. So I have to look within and see, what can I change within myself to be more personally connected with people. More so than just, oh yeah, you can help the vision. You're somebody that's good on business. Like, I admire this about you. Like, literally, personally, I love you. I really, really do. And I think that also comes in with how you make. It's not always how you make you feel. It's more so like, dang, I just really like this reflection of me. Like, and then when we get together, like, our energy exchanges are on point. So I need that. Yeah, like, I need you to be strong but honorable, like, demanding and honorable, like, honorable all the way around. But all the characteristics that could be toxic or unhealthy, I need those to be healthy characteristics. Like, be masculine but in a healthy way. Be straightforward in a healthy way. Know yourself in a healthy way. And I know everything that I'm asking for somebody else to be like, that's what I need to make sure that I am like too. So I'm always going to self-reflect and say, look, how can I be that, so I can make sure I'm aligning with that, So I am excited for what's to come. I still believe, I believe that I deserve. I deserve exactly what I'm asking for, and I will get that. And I'm just excited for that. And I want to keep my goals and that type of thing vibrating high. I know one thing I need other than that husband is the right people around me. Like, I need that type of energy exchange that's gonna be like, yes, like, motivating. And I was just talking to myself before I started this. I was talking about how being in this tribal organization, I felt so free. And people that follow carbonation, they may think like, oh, they captive and da-da-da-da. Look, there's a sense of freedom that I got when I was in that situation that I have not had in any other environment, And ooh, that sounds so good. Like, I just had a thought, like, and that's what I want for people. I don't want the toxic shit, but I want a healthy environment for people to feel free to be themselves. Like, I literally didn't have, I wasn't shy, I didn't have this. I might have certain internal things that I had to work on, but that's just comes with my experience and working on them. Of course, I'm going to do that. Like, I couldn't just automatically, boom, just change that. Those are internal things that we have to face and fix. But when it comes to shining my light and just being who I know I can be, when it comes to, my artistic side, that was being brought out. And it could be because I felt like, damn, I don't have to worry about, bills, money, certain responsibility. I got responsibilities for the tribe, but I didn't have to worry about certain things. Like, those things was literally detached. I was detached from certain shit. And I didn't have to worry about money. I don't have to worry about these things. But of course, sometimes it wasn't on my mind for me to get it, but on my mind, how can I, because I'm an entrepreneur mindset, like how can I take this further? But it wasn't like a stressful way of thinking about, protecting and providing and expanding and, just honoring myself. Like, I'm telling you, it was being in that environment just brought out an artistic side of me. And it was that artistic side of me is hidden, right? It's hidden, and it's something that I kind of hid since a little girl. And like, I could remember when I was real young, I used to go to the park and me and my sister would be there singing and stuff. And it would feel a little weird, but I would do it and I felt good. But then as I got older, I'm like, feeling some type of way. She never made me feel bad about it. She always said, hey, you can sing, you're really good. And even to this day, I feel like, I'm okay. I can definitely work on it, but it's not even working on it. It's more so finding my voice. Because everybody has a voice. It's a beautiful voice. Even the people that we deem can't sing, like if they find their tone, they find their voice, it's a beautiful thing. It will send off a vibration to people to make them feel it. Okay? So, yeah, that environment helped me to tap in. Like, I'm not even going to hold you. Like, and I want to make sure that, I want that type of environment. Like, not only that, the people around, and now there's opposing views to it. There's this and that, but what I'm choosing to talk about right now and focus on is the good, is the beautiful side of things, right? Beautiful side of that experience. So it was more so like, I felt very admired. I felt very like supported. I felt loved. I love the structure and order. I'm not going to hold you either. I really like the structure and order of the environment, but I felt like understood. Like, I felt like, dang, like, just imagine you being in an environment where everybody's on the same mission and purpose. It's a beautiful thing. So, being there made me feel like, yeah, like everybody's on my team as I'm on everybody's team, like, and it was a beautiful thing. And it was different for me because I usually am the one creating the groups. Like, ever since I started entrepreneurship, a teenager, I'd be the ones bringing, or even before that, when I was in the house, because my mom's a foster parent, so she has foster kids come and stay and stuff, and then we have some that stay for good, but people will come and go. And I would remember bringing people together, like, let's do an art show, let's do a dance show, let's do an acting show, for our parents, or we'll do it for ourselves, or playhouse and stuff like that. But I'll be the one bringing people together. Not only that, I would even bring people together for meetings. How can we, if something happens, how can we move forward from this? Like, what are we gonna do? What's the plan? And I would always bring people together since a youngin'. So as I got older, doing business and stuff, I would bring people together in groups. So it's something that I always be the one bringing people together. So I'm not here to experience it. I'm always the one thinking of what's next and how can we do this and what's the plan, and be in the leadership role. So going there and actually letting that guard down and still having leadership qualities, but be under somebody else's leadership, it helped so much. Like, I had let go of like things that would hold me down. They call it unhealthy attachments, but however you want to say it, I just had to. It's like it was a sense of freedom, a beautiful sense of freedom, and I want to make sure that we have that in our communities, because that is where so much beauty can blossom. So much can be reproduced. And of course you have the other side where there's, a lot of things happening that, that happened or whatever. And we had to be able to, change that up, making sure that we're consistently reevaluating and creating a healthy environment, and checking ourselves and doing the work and all that type of stuff. And, so I can see those things could be fixed. I'm looking at the beauty of it though, like the beautiful side of it. And I want that to grow. That's what I'm focusing on. And he always said, like, wherever your focus goes, energy flows. So what that means is whatever you're focusing on will grow. So when I even hear or think about that type of saying, I'm like, okay, what I focus on the beautiful side of things. Now that can be, that's the focus, but I'm not ignorant, and I don't act like I don't see the other side. I'm just looking like I know what I want to create, something nice and beautiful and healthy, sustainable. When it comes to the unhealthy things, depending on how we deal with it, it can be unsustainable. So I know that, like he said, it's not always what you go through, it's how you go through it, how you grow through it. All right. So I want to just say these things that's on my mind. I shine my light in these type of ways, in all different types of ways, so I can be able to maybe help somebody, or maybe make you think deeper within yourself. But every time I post something, I have somebody saying, dang, this is dope, like it helps me. And that's the shit I live for. I want to change the world by being the change and by shining my light. So very interesting experience. And I definitely don't detach from the whole thing. I definitely, keep what serves me, what adds on to me, and what I feel like is, contributing to my purpose still to this day. So, but when it comes to the husband and it comes to the people around me, I do want that. And that was a big part of that environment, was the people there, pouring into each other, the people there keeping everybody on point when it comes to what we stand on and believe in, what we're programming our minds to believe and to be, and, having that support and that accountability system, and, somebody saying like, yeah, you can do it. Like somebody not making you feel weird when you're expressing yourself in any type of way. Like, those are the beautiful aspects that I want to see grow, that I want to see prosper. And I know for me, even being a leader and somebody that wants to be led, like, I need the right people around me. I need the right people to know my power, see my purpose, have the same purpose, and want to get things done. I need somebody like me. Like when I went to this tribe, I knew I was more than, helping with the cleaning and stuff like that. But I know that shit has to be done. So guess what? I did it with a good energy. I was just so grateful to be able to do whatever I can do to help. I don't care if I believe, I'm beyond, this, beyond that. It's like, no, like I see the only reason I didn't let that thought take over is because I knew that, I knew the purpose, I knew the mission. So I knew it was bigger than me. It was bigger than me, so I'm like, bigger than that feelings, bigger than what and I wanted to. That's the big thing. I really wanted to. So it didn't matter to me if I was, doing the dishes or if I was teaching a lesson. It didn't matter because I knew everything that I put into this is for a bigger purpose. And that's what I need for the people around. I need people around me that knows whatever they can, that feels like whatever I can do to help, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to be proud to do it because it's not about a dish. It's about the purpose. It's about us coming together to make things happen. And though I may be doing this right now, once I figure out more that I can do to help, then I'll be doing that. Because we're under the proper leadership, and under the proper leadership, you're going to be able to move in different levels to help the mission. You're going to be able to understand who you are more and which more you can bring to the table. And therefore, somebody else will be in that position to say, you know what, I want to start at this level. I want to do dishes. I want to do that. And not only that, even being a leader, if I see if it's deemed necessary for me to do that, then I'll do that. To this day, I still do that. So that's just how I think. And that's why I said I need people around that think like me too, that think like that. And I know the core of it. The core of it was knowing the bigger purpose and knowing it's bigger than me and my feelings and my ego. And it's like knowing that, I feel like if I'm not under good leadership, I'm going to be a good leader. So, yeah, somebody just called, so I don't know if they messed it up, but I'm going to get off for now, and I'm going to continue to do these type of talks because I feel like it's therapeutic for me, for one, and it can maybe help somebody.